Today I'm watching Angel season 4 episode 5. We're getting more into this 4th season. In the previous episode we saw Cordelia was back, but she doesn't remember anything. Her and Connor were staying at his place. It seems like she's trusting Connor more than she's trusting Angel, and Connor told her about all the horrible things he did to Angel, which was interesting. And Cordelia staying at the hotel was seeing obviously all the effects of them hunting demons and being involved with this supernatural, and hid it from Cordelia to try and protect her as she was just came back, but obviously that backfired. So yeah, it's definitely been interesting to see Cordelia spend more time with Connor, especially knowing everything that he's done. Lauren and Lila are still hanging out, and I definitely feel like they're still using each other for information, but yeah, I'm very curious to see where that's gonna go. They were able to rescue Lauren from Vegas as he was being trapped, trying to trade people's fortunes from this guy who owned the casino. Wolfram and Hart are obviously still in the background with Lila, and yeah, I'm very curious to see where things are going to go with Cordelia and Connor. And I feel like Angel is really struggling, but is trying to put on a brave face and handle it as best as he can. We had that shot of him looking in Cordelia's room, waiting for her to come back basically, but she's not there, and I think he was so excited that she was back, but she chooses to be with Connor instead of him. I'm very curious to see where this season is going to go, so thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
It's not a big article, not like it's featured or anything.
Got it. Supersymmetry.
And P-dimensional subspace by Winifred Burkle.
She got published. That's so cute. Aw, Fred.
String theory. Distance scales inverted by T-duality apply to
He's like, none of this makes sense to me, but it's having some effect on Fred, clearly.
Oh, give it to me, sweetness. Right there.
I like the way Lauren lives.
I jumped ahead. That no was the one that comes after you asked me to read Cordy again.
I wasn't gonna ask you that immediately. I was gonna...
Yeah, I'm curious if what he would see differently if he could read her again.
How's she doing, Cordy? Anything coming back to her?
Nothing about you.
Well, this isn't awkward at all.
Wait. You should take her fuzzy slippers. Her feet get cold.
She's always stealing the covers.
Oh, that's not the response he wanted. Yeah, a literal gulp. Oh my gosh.
Girl kept me up all night. She is unstoppable.
More than I need to know.
Yeah, sure.
Asked to present my article at the Physics Institute. P-dimensional subspace has always been a fascinating area, but I had no idea there would be so much in it.
She's so excited. That's so cute. Aw.
And then I got sucked into Pylea, and, well, when you're a cow slave, you don't want anyone to see you at all.
Yeah, it's nice to see her pursue some of the goals and dreams that she had before Pylea and, like, kind of get back to herself. Not that she's, like, hasn't been herself, but, pursuing these things.
Years of unendurable torture and mental anguish aside, if I hadn't been sucked through that portal, I never would have figured out my string compactification theory.
Is that what she written on the cave walls?
Oh, it can't be a bribe. Must be a setup.
Can it just be a gift?
Nope, not with you. Definitely not.
We seem to be butting heads lately. Now you'll have the advantage.
So she brought him like a medieval helmet? Looks like a scuba suit.
Yes. It'll take you hours to thank me properly.
Oh my. Is he gonna like set a trap for her just like she set one for him? Oh, it's Fred's article. Was that a picture of her parents? I don't remember if we ever saw them in Buffy. I think she just mentioned them.
Connor?
Yeah?
How come there's no picture of Angel?
Because he's a vampire. Haha!
You got all the other important stuff.
Apparently, I'm a nester, because this place is starting to look not entirely unhomey.
Aw.
Slippers and super luscious proto-swab blouse, but why does it still feel like something's missing?
Because it is, because you don't remember anything. Like, you have all the pieces, but I don't think she has any connection to them yet or understand why they're important.
It's true. You're just out of practice. It'll come back fast, though. I can train you.
This is still so bizarre. Like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
Think no more Garcia Parra and Sammy Sosa.
Fred skipped the minors and went straight to the show.
Well,
Winifred's a natural. By the end of the first semester, she was taking on whims.
You should see her now. Killer left hook.
Not what they meant, I think, but...
our weekly interactive massive particles.
Oh, yeah. Just kidding.
Do you remember that a Higgs scale?
Gunn's like, this is a bit out of my league, but I'm here for Fred.
Simultaneous translating on this thing. You know, like the president with the Russians, but just give me the highlights.
No problem. Of course, I have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah, he doesn't know either.
She thinks we're both stupid. I won't stand out as much.
Her work continues to exemplify the highest standard of academic.
Of course, Lila's here.
This one just says open with joke.
She's so cute.
Non-perturbative properties of superstring theory. D-branes, especially as applied to Dirichlet boundary conditions with dual open strings that are
Is she opening a portal somehow with her presentation?
in p-dimensional
What is happening? Oh, great. Snakes are flying from the ceiling. Cheese and rice. Oh, my God. Oh, no. No, no. What? Oh, my gosh. What the frick? I'm curious if anything that she's like, I am not a physicist in any way, so I'm curious if what she's saying was, like, based on somebody's work. And we know they obviously play with dimensions. This guy throughout the show, and, you know, her experience in Pylea is kind of what fueled this. Oh my god, oh, they got all of them. Oh, cheese and rice. Stop taking pictures, go help them. He's like, I hate to break this to you, but,
Well, idle.
Do you remember when I ripped your car in half?
Yeah. Hulk smash.
yeah, with his hand, like, literally through the ceiling. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she made that phone call and left, but something else is at play, I think. It seems too suspicious that she would just be talking about these interdimensions and a portal opens.
P versus NP, where NP is non-deterministic polynomial time.
I think it gave her PTSD, and now she's going back to her Pylea cave drawings.
Probably thinks
That you're incredibly brilliant, just like I do.
you can't see me, not like this.
There's nothing wrong with you, like this or any other way.
Oh, Gunn is so sweet.
Great. My girl's not the only one redecorating.
You were there.
They're trying to, like, recreate it to see what happened.
Reflex just kicked in when I saw Lila.
Hold up, Lila was there? Not a huge leap thinking she opened the portal.
She definitely could have, but I don't think I think she went to go see what Wesley was up to. Yeah, I don't think she was there to hurt Fred.
Guy wearing a tan t-shirt said thwack. He had a camera.
The world's tiniest camera. Yeah, what is this thing?
When my girl's not happy, I'm not happy!
Is he gonna hurt me?
Think Daredevil 181. I'm Bullseye, you're Electro.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we're kind of crushing.
I'm guessing that's a comic book reference. Aha! And he's wearing the same shirt.
Because the ceiling was like ripping apart.
Why were you there? You always hang with the physics crowd?
I wanted to see if it was true. She was really one of them.
One of what? There's more?
One of?
Oh my gosh, what?
Rescued me. I'd probably be dead by now.
Winifred, I'm a theoretical physicist.
Does she think he's gonna believe in Pylea?
William. Not all of us are geniuses.
I'd be lost without Laurie.
Welcome back.
Yeah, they're kind of like, okay, we sort of believe you about this other dimension, but still.
You do?
A very talented young woman who deserves to live in the world she was meant for.
I think she likes her life now with Gunn and, like, working with Angel and everything.
That's true. Long story.
Yeah, like you're Angel, right? There are whole forums on you in chat rooms, man.
What? That's crazy.
Types, and like these weren't your everyday kidnappings. Hey, maybe I could help you guys. Be your intern.
This guy is so enthusiastic. Yeah.
Plasma and fluid turbulence and neutrino books? That's just wrong.
Oh no. Oh no. What is this? The snakes. That's what she saw. Oh my gosh, this guy's behind it, of course. Frick. Get out of there, Fred.
And he's done it before.
That's right. There are others.
No. To me.
Oh my god. What? How?
Count on it. He's gonna pay.
No. He's gonna die.
Fred. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no kidding. That's horrible. And especially if he was like one of our top students, why would he send her? What?
I don't know yet. But it's gonna be about pain.
Fred doesn't get this mad often, but when she does, she means it.
Albert could work. Acting like I'm all addled brain talking about other dimensions. Pylea, never heard of it. Right.
Yeah, no kidding. What a jerk.
Everything we believe in. Fred, you idolized him. But don't let him be defining what you are now.
Yeah, that would be so bizarre. Like, this was clearly someone she looked up to and was like a mentor to her, and to find out that he's the one behind like the worst part of her life.
Could make you some cocoa.
No. Thanks. I'm just gonna go lay down.
No, she's not. She's getting out of here. Yeah, I wouldn't trust her. She's rage mode, buddy.
And once you've acted, you can't go back. You have to live with your actions forever.
Yeah, I don't think Fred's actually gonna kill him. I think she's mad, but like, I can't see her actually killing another human being. And that Wesley's been keeping track of her articles and like following up with her. We know he had like a crush on her. And it's been so long since we've seen the two of them in a scene together also.
Oh, here's something interesting. Once practiced in ancient Egypt.
Is that his tongue?
Oh, God. Okay, what is this? She's getting texts and windings? Oh, God, no, 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 no. We're not doing this again. No, they can't go back. Oh, my gosh. And then it cuts to Cordelia and Connor, of course. Ooh, good one. You've done it before, yep. Okay, okay, what? These two? What? No. No.
I'm asking if she wants...
It was a silly thing to offer.
That's on me, you can't.
Oh, but I can. And when I'm done, I'm guessing there's gonna be a full...
Barathram copia lasero.
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, my God. Oh, what is this thing? You can just summon demons at will? Yep.
You know what they say about payback? Well, I'm the bitch.
What? Oh, frick.
Happened earlier. The non-CPR mouth-to-mouth.
Also known as kissing, yes.
I don't know who I am. Much less where I belong or who with.
Yeah, she was just confused, obviously.
I just need some time to think.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh! I'm sure Angel will be glad that she's coming back, but... Oh God, just telephone to the skull. That sounded juicy. Ugh. Oh! He's still alive! Oh my God. It looks so cool, though. It's super creepy.
Talk? Sure, let's talk, because you gave me the chance to... Oh, wait. No, you didn't.
She's like, I had lots of time to think in the 5 years I was in Pylea.
Pain and suffering in a hell dimension will make a girl capable of a lot of things.
Oh, God. is it still alive? He's literally holding his head.
Come on, I'm holding your head.
It grew another one? Oh, frick, this thing just won't die.
Isn't it? You couldn't handle the competition.
Fred.
And that's why Lori's still around. She's not smart enough to overshadow you, is she?
Oh my gosh.
I've even practiced a goodbye speech. Clive, Mott, Shive Mott.
Yeah, oh, send him to Pylea. Yep.
Please help me! I promise we'll stop him. We'll find some other way.
How are you gonna stop him? Like, how are you gonna prove this?
He'll do it again!
If you kill him, I'm gonna lose you.
Yeah, obviously she's not the like... I know she's just really angry and doesn't... Oh, there goes the desk. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gunn. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's not how I thought that was gonna go. Well, where to begin? Jeez. Oh my gosh. Gunn just snapped his neck like a twig and then pushed him into Pylea. Oh my gosh. Because he knew Fred would never be the same if she'd gone through with it, so he did it for her. Oh man.
Into his own portal.
After being unalived.
Wish I could have seen his face.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
And now Gunn has to carry that burden that he killed that person. Oh my gosh, because he didn't want Fred to live with it. And Angel doesn't know.
You should have somebody look at that.
It'll be okay. Running with a boy knock demon. Turns out they have 9 lives.
I think he means that literally, yeah.
And what I realized is whoever I was before, I'm still her.
Yeah, I think there's definitely pieces of her coming through.
There's something I need to know.
Were we in love?
Oh gosh. How do you answer that question? Oh man. So that's my first time watching Angel, season 4, episode 5. It was an interesting episode. Obviously, we learned more about Fred, and, you know, we didn't really have that piece of her story, so it was interesting to see them explore it, especially, like, a few seasons later. Obviously, we've known Fred's character for a little while now, so to go back to it, like, a couple seasons later, I think was interesting because, yeah, we, you know, discovered so many other pieces, and we have Cordelia's whole storyline, so to bring this back now seemed interesting, but I'm definitely glad they did, and because we never really found out how she got there. We just know she was sent there, you know, after reading this book, and it's interesting that it was from her professor, who was, you know, obviously very jealous of her skills, and I thought they'd be more interested on the other students, but that didn't really seem to be where the episode was going. And even the fact that, you know, another student had gone after Fred had disappeared and that 3 had disappeared before her, like, are they still in Pylea? You know, nobody really seemed concerned about that. I mean, I don't know how they would also get them back without going back to Pylea, which seems like a very, very big risk. And, you know, I thought maybe they would do some research into finding out who they are. Maybe they will in future episodes. Please no spoilers. But once they'd found out there was more people, I thought, okay, they'll try and rescue them. And obviously we have, you know, that ending shot with... And to have that scene with Fred and Gunn, and I knew she was very angry at this professor because obviously, like, no one can relate to her experiences, and I'm sure that's very lonely and terrifying, and, you know, the amount of torture that she went through is unimaginable for such a long amount of time, and she didn't do anything. Like, this professor was just jealous and sent her to this horrible place and probably thought she had died and that he'd never see her again. Until she publishes this article and then realizes, oh, I definitely recognize this name. This person is back, obviously, and, you know, makes this whole ploy to get to know her and try and, you know, reconnect. And I felt bad because obviously this was somebody that she'd looked up to and, you know, really valued their opinion. But obviously he had other intentions, and I knew Fred was mad. We've seen her get mad like that a few times, mostly when she found out Connor had known everything that whole time with Angel, but I did not think she would actually kill this professor, and even when she had the chance, she was definitely hesitating. And I don't know what other options they would have had if he was alive. Like, you can't take him to trial and say, hey, this guy's sending people to other dimensions. But just to hear Fred talk about the way he was gaslighting her, like, oh, Pylea, never heard of it. Like, just, filling her head with such garbage. And, he obviously was well aware of it. He's the one that sent her there. And to see her confront him, but again, yeah, I never thought she would kill him, and sending him to Pylea was her second best option, I guess. Is that he's still alive, but how long would he live in Pylea? Who knows? But in no ways did I think Gunn would be the one to unalive this professor. And Gunn's argument is vengeance is a slippery slope. Like, Angel and Gunn are warning her, saying, like, don't go down this road. Wesley's warning her, like, this is not something you can come back from. Like, this isn't a demon. This is another human being that obviously did horrible things to you. But, then it just goes into this spiral circle of you take vengeance, somebody else takes vengeance. Like, and Gunn knowing Fred well enough to know that that would change something about her and she would be altered forever because of having done this. Even if it's something she felt like needed to be done, which I'm not justifying in any way, but in her mind, she felt like this was her only option. And 6 months from now, a year from now, if she changes her mind or has doubts or starts regretting it, like, it's too late. She can't take it back. And like I said, it's not a demon, it's just a human who did horrible things. And Gunn, I feel like to him that was the only option, because if he lets her do this, he's gonna lose her. But now Gunn has to live with this. Now it's on his shoulders, this burden of knowing that he has killed this person. And he's obviously also killed vampires, he's killed demons, but this is a human, and that obviously has different weight to it. And he probably would have kept doing it. Like, if he had sent another person after Fred, I can see why they would think this is their only option. Again, I'm not saying that's a good choice, but I can see why these characters would think that. And, unaliving him and then sending him into the Pylea dimension and then not telling Angel about it, and, them just, like, walking up the stairs. And, like, you could definitely feel there's a shift. Something has clearly changed. So I'm curious to see where that's going to go. Please no spoilers, but I really like Gunn and Fred together. I think they're so cute, and it was a really sweet moment to see Gunn, comforting Fred. Obviously, she was triggered. She was having some PTSD from this incident when she was, performing her presentation, and these snake things came out of the ceiling, and she was worried she was going to go back to Pylea. Obviously, I'm sure that'd be a very real fear, and, Gunn was comforting her. She starts doing her wall paintings again like she did in Pylea. And to see, Angel's preoccupied with this other demon that they had summoned, which looked really cool. And I mean, you could definitely tell it was a person in just a costume, but I don't care. That didn't take me out of it. It was still this, like, terrifying sea creature amphibian thing that apparently had 9 literal lives, as we see, Angel chop off its head and it grows right back. So Angel wasn't even there to witness this or to try and reason with Fred at all. And yeah, I'm very curious to see what the repercussions of this are going to be, because I'm sure there will be. And, Fred was just so excited to give her presentation. It was so sweet to see her be so excited about getting back into this and, doing something that she loves. And even the professor saying, like, oh, come back to school. Like, we obviously know physics is something Fred is very passionate about. She's very, very smart. And to see Wesley show up to just watch, basically, like, he's shown up to other things that Angel's been at before, but I feel like it was more to, like, keep tabs on Angel or to see what they were up to. And this definitely felt like Wesley just went so that he could see Fred again, and we see them, actually having a few scenes together in this episode, which we haven't had in a very long time. So that was definitely interesting. And the way they kind of just fell back into their old ways felt not weird, but it was just like, okay, what season am I watching? It definitely made me think that I was watching an episode from, a previous season and not, the later ones. Obviously, we know Wesley used to have a crush on Fred, and, we find out he's been keeping track of her and, like, reading her articles. And we obviously know that they shared, like, an intellectual love of these things. And we know that Wesley was interested in Fred the same time that Fred and Gunn were starting to get together. And obviously she chose to be with Gunn and not Wesley. So I'm sure there's still some lingering feelings there that he has. And to see Lila show up, again, I feel like Angel was right, that she was there to just see what Wesley was up to. It wasn't to do anything sinister. I'm sure she would, had full capabilities of doing that if she really wanted to, but I think this instance, her heart maybe got the best of her. She shows up to Wesley's to bring him this gift. it doesn't seem like it's a gift that's gonna benefit her, which is not usually Lila's MO. Usually it's like, okay, if I give you something, there's a hidden camera or, you know, something that'll backfire and benefit her. But again, maybe that is yet to be seen. But so far, it just seemed like a genuine gift that she gave him and that he actually wanted. And I don't think Lila's used to being left behind. So to see Wesley just leave and go somewhere else and to go see Fred, I think maybe that hurt Lila's feelings a little bit. I don't know if feelings might be a strong word for Lila, but I feel like she was, you know, a little bit curious to see what he was up to. Lauren is obviously recovering from Wolfram and Hart's, you know, stealing that piece of his brain, and we have Cordelia and Connor's scenes, which were definitely interesting. I had some questions as to where they were going to go. From the previous episode, there was a few scenes where I was like, I feel like they're trying to hint at something, but I'm not too sure. And then obviously we see Cordelia and Connor kiss in this episode, which it just felt weird because Connor and Cordelia used to hang out when Connor was a baby, and obviously he has aged significantly, you know, since being in his hell dimension, but still, it's not like he aged, you know, 40 years. Like, he's still a lot younger than she is, and a lot of Cordelia's memories, which I know she doesn't remember at the moment, but were tied to him being a baby. Like, he's only been a teenager for a couple months now, and yeah, it's definitely strange to see. And we definitely find out that obviously Connor has a crush on Cordelia, but she, you know, I think was just lost, and like even she says she doesn't really remember things, and she was a bit confused, and you know, Connor was there and this happened, but I'm glad she had a chat with him and was just like, you know, I don't know where I'm going right now. And for her to leave Connor and go back to Angel's. And then, you know, of course, we have that last scene of her asking Angel if the two of them were in love. And of course, it cuts right then. So I'm hoping they explore more of that in the next episode. But I don't know how Angel would explain that, especially like a big concept like that. And, you know, how is she going to understand that that's true to him? Like, I feel like it would be awkward to explain, and she obviously must have an inkling that some feelings were there, because why would she ask that? So again, she doesn't have her memory back 100%, obviously, and even when she tells Angel that she knows that they were friends and they were close. So yeah, I'm hoping Angel can explain it and that she'll believe him, especially, you know, when she asks like, no more lies, like, I need to be able to trust you. But even if she believes that he loves her, is she gonna feel the same way again? Yeah, so I'm very curious to see where that's gonna go. To see Angel recreate everything like it was in the auditorium when they're trying to figure out who it was, and then that kid who was just taking pictures obviously is how they find out that there was others, and the comic book store. And I definitely know that there are Angel comics. I have a few of them, so once I have finished watching the series, I will definitely read them. I want to avoid spoilers, so I'm staying away from them now. I've just bought them and put them on the shelf. I haven't looked at them, but I'm very curious to see where those are going to go. And I definitely feel like that was done, you know, intentionally as a plug to get the comic books. And I do know Dark Horse is the company that creates the comic books, and I think also the comic books for Buffy, which I have got, as well as I'm getting close to finishing the Buffy series. Overall, I thought it was a good episode. It was interesting to go back to Fred's story about how she ended up in Pylea, because like I said, that's something we haven't really talked about for a while, and to find out that it was her professor and that there's these others. I hope they're able to save the others at some point if they're still alive, but that might be, you know, a rabbit hole that they can't go down. Cordelia is back at the hotel with Angel, so I'm curious to see how that last conversation is gonna go. Lauren hopefully can recover. You know, Lila and Wesley are still together and trying to figure that out, but now obviously Fred is back in Wesley's life a little bit, and Fred and Gunn, yeah, obviously everything that happened with her professor, I'm a little worried to see where that's gonna go, because I feel like that's gonna have, you know, a huge implication on their relationship. And I'm glad Fred didn't kill the professor, but also like now Gunn has to deal with that, and it was just a really tough scene, and I wasn't expecting Gunn to do that. It happened very fast, and I thought they would just push the professor, you know, into the portal to Pylea, and that would be the end of it. And, you know, whether he lives or not would be up to that dimension, basically. I didn't have high hopes he would live, but to see Gunn unalive him first was definitely not expected. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Is that what she written on the cave walls? So she brought him like a medieval helmet? Looks like a scuba suit. Especially if he was like one of her top students, why would he send her? Okay, what is this? She's getting texts and windings? Also known as kissing, yes. How is it still alive? He's literally holding his head. Yeah, I think there's definitely pieces of her coming through.